and adoration to him as always. And I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla anyị ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla anyị ya bụ ọka aka ụbọchị ndị ka anyị na-etu gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ, ndị gboo wee tụọ gị ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe na ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ na nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onwe ihe ọbụla ka anyị nwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịghị ma ruo mgbe ebighị, n'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọ bịa nwere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-edekọ metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt ocha wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị niile anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ ụtọ na-eji ama mgbe niile, n'ihi na anyị enweghị ichi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nsogbu ụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile. Anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwanyị akpụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile kakasịsi wee gbaa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụrụ ikonye ọzọ obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala ọgba n'ihi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị ichi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwere onye kere na otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị mmadụ onye bi ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach.
Welcome, my amazing viewers. Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification button so that you're notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. Thank you so much. And remember, in this channel, we speak about the plight of the people, the indigenous tribes in that continent called Nigeria. We speak about their problem, speak about the Biafrans more especially, speak about the Oduduwans, we speak about the Middle Belters. Every indigenous tribe in that continent called Nigeria will speak up about their plight, and that is what we're about to do. That is what we do all the time. We do not want to change the conventional media to change the narrative as they have always been doing. They always try to change the narrative at every given time. And as you can see, today is a special day in the life of every Biafran in that country called Nigeria. Today is a day we are remembering the day that Mohammadu Buhari was almost being killed by the military. The day that the Janjaweed went to invade the home of the supreme leader of IPOB, the supreme leader of the Biafrans, MAZI NNAMDI KANU. The day they went to his house to kill him. In the process, in a day like this, we lost 28 men. And Jack was also killed, the dog of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. It is a day we will never forget. This is a day that MAZI NNAMDI KANU was saved from the mouth of the lion. Nobody believed that MAZI NNAMDI KANU would survive that very attack. Nobody believed it. They invaded his house while he was in the house. It was just miracle. Only Chuks knew how he took away our MAZI NNAMDI KANU from that very point when they came to kill him. The video is everywhere. I shared the video yesterday. This is what happened. It is a true story. It is not a yes. The videos are everywhere. The videos are everywhere. What transpired on that very day? They came to the home of MAZI NNAMDI KANU. Chuks saved him from the mouth of the lion. It is a day we always remember. The day the Janjaweed nailed themselves, committed another genocide in the 21st century on the life of the Biafrans. And we will never forget. We remember that day today. And it's a sit at home. And as usual, Biafrans are sitting at home in their various places. Biafrans are obeying the instruction for the DOS through Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU, through the leadership of Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU, that we should always honor this very day, 14th of September. That day has come, and we are all honoring that very day. We will never forget. This is a day that will remind you that we have to fight on, fight until the light man standing. It doesn't matter what they do. It doesn't matter the angle they take it. We will continue to fight. If you don't know the reason why you should fight, go back and watch the video of what happened in the home of Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU. I played it yesterday, and I will play it briefly again for you today, for you to see what transpired in the home of Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU.
You see this? They are still here alive. They are still here alive at the home of the leader of the Chuks Biafra. They came with their battalions. They came in their numbers. They removed the flag around his home, surrounded his house, trying to break in. They brought over 15 tanks and over 20 lorries. You can see this. This is life. This is life. We will continue to remain fearless before our enemies. We are ready to die for Biafra, and there is no going back in the restoration of Biafra. There is no going back. There is no going back. We are ready to... Oh God. They are trying to force us into picking up arms. They are standing, trying to threaten us into picking up arms. They want us to react, but we will not react. Let the world see this. I am live here at the home of the indigenous people of Biafra, MAZI NNAMDI KANU. They want us to give an excuse to attack. They've surrounded his house with tanks. They surrounded his house with rallies and ammunitions. They've even started destroying things. They won't go to Sambisa Forest to fight, but they are here. This is what is going on now in the home of the leader of the Chuks Biafra. This is it. You can hear shots. This is stuff going on in the home of the Biafra. This is happening now in the home of the leader of the Biafra. The Nigerian army is here. They are here now. Look at me, look at you. Tank. Can you get that tank? You can hear the sound going on. The Nigerian army is here, shooting. They are here shooting at the home of the leader of the Chuks Biafra. Mebuza. How to video? Sorry, keep here back. Okay. The Nigerian army now shooting now in the home of the leader of the Chuks Biafra. You can hear shots being fired. They are shooting aimlessly. They are shooting and killing our people. Sir. I'm live. I don't know, there are many. Yes. You can hear shots. This is happening now in the home of the leader of the Chuks Biafra. The Nigerian army are shooting our people. You can hear this. They are already in the home of the leader of the Chuks Biafra. They are shooting at his gates, firing weapons. Now, wow. It's unfortunate, too. It's unfortunate. This one now is dead. It's dead, too.
This that you have just watched is not a movie. It is a true hearsay, a true life story of what happened in the home of Mohammadu Buhari. And while they were there to kill him, he was there. But Chuks miraculously took him away from that very house. He wasn't killed. Only God knows, only Chuks knows the way he took Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU out. Later on, after some years, we saw him at Israel. From Israel to UK, and he continues the assignment that Chuks has given him. Up to date, when they went to Kenya again, the second time, to kidnap Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU with the connivance of the Kenyan government and Nigerian government. And now they sent him to Nigeria through extraordinary rendition. And today, he's in the hand of the ESS. We will never forget. There are important dates that we can never forget in the history of Biafra. Anybody that writes the history and misses these issues, he doesn't know what he or she is writing about. We will never forget. And today, we are also asking for the immediate and unconditional release of Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU because he is innocent of all charges. Just as in the past. In the past, they has no case against him. They have no charges against him. Every charge they have against him doesn't hold water. That was why they could not have patience to allow him to come to the court. They came to his house to kill him by all means possible. That has always been the way the Janjaweed instill fear on people, stopping people to ask for what is right and ask for their own independence. The same thing they did to Sunday Igboho. Sunday Igboho house was invaded. Without any notice, they killed 2 people in Sunday Igboho's house. And today, they have succeeded in trapping Sunday Igboho in Benin Republic. He is in jail in Benin Republic as we speak. He is in prison in Benin Republic as we speak. All to the work of the politicians in Nigeria and politicians in the southwestern part of Nigeria and the Janjaweed government. They don't want us to speak, but we continue to speak. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what we do. Our voice will continue to go louder and louder, more than ever. They will regret why they ever held Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU, because there are many disciples of Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU whom we have trained and equipped very well. And you see the sit at home. It doesn't matter the propaganda you put. You can see so many propaganda they are pushing out there, telling that we are forcing people to sit at home, that IPOB, that the Biafrans are forcing people to sit at home, to observe the sit at home. Nobody is forcing anybody. People are willingly obeying the instruction. They can't hold it anymore. They can't hold the truth. You see them pushing all manner of threats. They are now the one threatening Biafrans, not the IPOB, not the ESN, not anybody. The people threatening the Biafrans are the political elite, the governors, men especially, the governors and the senators, wherever they are, except Senator Baribe. They are all threats to the people of Biafra. They are the one threatening to shut down schools, threatening to shut down offices, threatening to shut down shops, because people willingly air their opinion that they want our Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU out from the dungeon. That is what they're saying. They are asking for referendum. That is what they are asking for. Instead of addressing that very issue, they are coming with propaganda against the people, forcing them against their will. They have gone up to the extent of even governors who have not any association with the people are now coming out to the market to go and tell them, we have security to protect you, you have this. Willie Obiano came out with his own method of propaganda to show you how desperate they are. Instead of addressing the issue, they are so desperate to bring people back to work. When people are telling you what they don't care. You're talking about economy. We have never had any economy. We have never had any good economy in the southeastern parts of Nigeria. And you have never addressed it. You are not willing to address it, and you have never done anything about it. The only economy you are building is the economy of your own pockets and your own family. And today you are coming out to come and ginger the business people to come back to business. Watch the video of what Willie Obiano is shamefully doing in Anambra State.
Using encouragement, mothers is no. Monday, I will talk. I will go. Actually, now I need to prepare. I want to get you some. On another pen, you know, from Mandian and police is doing so now, I like him. Talk as well, mayor, and that's what I Kataka Manari Monday Galani. That's what I'm saying. I want to know. So, I make it for a one day. I'll get me shop. I put my live in it. I can use support. When I live in it, APGA.
It doesn't matter how long he does that campaign. Even after the campaign, people are still sitting at home. They are obeying the order more than ever. Not because they were forced, but because it is the right thing to do, to demand their rights, to demand that their voice is being heard, to demand that our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is their voice, is innocent and he must be released unconditionally. That is why they are participating in the sit at home. You can't stop it. The only thing you can do is to listen to the people and do exactly what the people demand and what the people desire. There is no amount of propaganda that you can push to be able to pull us down. You cannot. You cannot. You see them pushing the propaganda, such as whenever they come on their media, they say that Igbos can strive better, that the Biafrans can strive better in the contraption called Nigeria, that the Biafrans can make more impact, they can grow better, they can be much better in that contraption called Nigeria. Who told you that? In which planet? That is a total lie. The reason why the Biafrans are backward, the reason why the Biafran land is where it is because they are part of the Janjaweed. They are part of Nigeria. If the Biafrans can be able to break away from Nigeria, give Biafrans only 10 years, you will never recognize Biafra again. Biafra will be challenging the highest economy in the world. You can only be comparing Biafra to people like Japan. People like Japan and other developed countries. Those are people you can be able to compare Biafra with. But the reason why Biafrans cannot survive and do better for themselves is because they are part of Nigeria. The propaganda is a lie, a pure lie. We are backward because we are part of the Janjaweed. We are part of the one Nigeria. They have occupied our space and refused to let us grow. That is why we are not making any headway, because we are part of this very British constructed evil organization. That is why we cannot progress. You come again with the another propaganda of telling us that Igbos are in every part of Nigeria, and because of that they cannot be able to have their own country. Who told you that? The Jews are in every part of the world you can think of. There is no place you cannot find a Jew, including that zoo. There is no place in the world where you cannot find a Jew. But yet the Jewish, they have their country. Israel have their country. Today they have their country. There is no part of the world, no country of the world where you will not find a Jewish. But yet, they have their own country, a place they call a home, and they protect it. That is what we Biafrans want. It doesn't matter. We can be scattered all over the world, but we want a place we can call our own home, which is Biafra. That is what we are looking for. So stop peddling the lie of telling us that Biafrans are everywhere. Biafrans are everywhere doesn't make a sense. The Biafrans being everywhere is a medium to scatter us and make sure, divide us and make sure we will not have a home. And we don't accept that. That is a very destructive narrative. It's not something to be proud of. It is not something to be proud of that you are everywhere. You are every state in that very country. You are there developing them. Meanwhile, you do not have any place you can call your own home. You don't have a place you can retire to. Who does that? Who on this planet Earth? Everybody on the planet Earth is working so that on the day of retirement you have a place to retire to. But Igbos are scattered all over the world, scattered every part of Nigeria without having a home where they will retire to. That is why you say that thing you are talking about, Igbos being in every part of the world, is a cause. Stop chasing us with this. And every Igbo man who is not supporting Biafra because he is residing in the north or residing in wherever he is residing is a joker, because we cannot stop. If you want to sacrifice your life for the Biafra to come, go ahead and sacrifice it. And if you think we can stop Biafra struggle just because you are settled in Sokoto or settled in Boronu, you are just deceiving yourself. The earlier you begin to revise and come back home, the better for you. Because nothing will stop us from having our own home. It doesn't matter. It is not just Biafra. The Jews are scattered all over the world, and yet they have a country they call their own. Why won't Biafrans have their own home? The only home that we have is Biafran, and it must be actualized. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter the propaganda they push. It cannot hold water. The only reason why we are not successful the way we are supposed to be, the only reason why we are not moving forward the way we are supposed to be, is because we are part of Nigeria. It is because we are part of Nigeria. That is why you go to every prison in the world, you will see Igbos in prison. You see Biafrans in prison. You will see Biafrans in prison. You see Biafrans doing illegal work because they are part of the Janjaweed, because they are in that country called Nigeria, that have refused to show them the right direction, that have refused to allow them to strive and grow. That is why Biafrans are the way they are. The destruction we are facing, the failure we are facing, the backwardness we are facing, the crimes that you see in the Biafran land is because they are part of Nigeria. As soon as this very contraption is destroyed, we will find our feet and have a place we can call home, a place we can protect and hit our chest and defend it by all means possible. That is what we are asking for. So stop peddling your lies. And if you think what I'm telling you is a lie, I want you to watch this video. See how the Biafrans are striving and struggling to survive, yet the government is pressing them down. The video I'm going to play, you will see people who are making invention on their own, inventing things without support of anybody, growing without any support. Instead, they are being pressed down. So many businesses are risen in the southeastern part of Nigeria to make life better. They press them down. Yet you are telling me that it is better to be in Nigeria. That is, it is only a madman, a deranged person that will be thinking in that very direction. Watch this video.
This is leather. This is pure water. Some people use it for interlock.
Meet 47-year-old Ogbona Iyenobo from Abia State. The secondary school graduate is fast becoming an engineering wizard, producing different types of machine tools. He says it has been a long journey.
This is the first machine I designed as a human being. That is what is standing. From 2001, this machine stands. From A to Z.
With no formal education in engineering studies, Ogbona has turned stumbling blocks of life into stepping stones of success.
Without being aware, I went and buy a wedding machine, asking people, how do they, this is the first time we try where I and my wife wanted to be blind, because we never know how, but we continue.
In this makeshift workshop in Piwoi, a suburb of Abuja, alongside 14 young men, he has created what he calls a Jakuta hybrid, where different metals are melted and molded to create machinery, which he in turn uses to make finished products for household and industrial use.
How can we do a Jakuta within our house? They say it's not possible. But I now know it's possible in India. Nobody that is an engineer that don't have a casting machine in his house. You don't go to market as an engineer to buy any metal you want, every metal you want. So I now decided to do this very one now. We will melt wrought iron, cast iron. Aluminium is water.
The story of Ogbona is a story similar to that of many other Nigerians struggling to turn their dreams to reality. Another case is that of Nelson, a young Nigerian who makes generator that runs on water. He has been in the business since 2016, but has made little or no progress in the absence of no support from the government for his innovation.
Talking about support, I wouldn't want to go into the area of government. So politicians, they're still good of them, but politicians will always be politicians. But I must tell you that corporate entities taking it upon themselves to create their awareness, to try to get stuff. And through that, we've actually gotten a couple of firms.
Hey, government. One of my machines now is with them for more than 1 year.
Many feel the country's innovation and innovative capacity are dying daily as a result of government seeming disinterest.
You can see that every person you see in that very video is a Biafran. Every person you see in that very video is a Biafran working hard to invent things for themselves. But there is no support whatsoever from the federal government. They don't care. As long as it's a Biafran, they will never support you. Instead, they will make sure they destroy that very talent and it never survives. That is why we have to call out of this very contraption, because it is not doing us any good. And before I go, I have to share another video for you. This was an interview that was granted in AIT. You will see a response that somebody gave against the visit of the so-called imposter to Imo State. You know, when he visited, people say some ignorant and wicked people are still saying that his visit is going to change anything. His visit is not going to change anything, because that visit is the first one. It's not a sincere visit. He has only come to spit on the grave of those he has killed. That was what he came to do. And I want you to listen to this very response that somebody gave on AIT. Watch from the beginning to the end. You will get some lesson from what he's saying, because he said it all.
Okay, now let's talk more about the southeast of this country, the land inhabited by predominantly the Igbo ethnic group. Mr. Lomefor, he's a public affairs analyst. He's in the studios with me to look at the president's visit to Imo and the takeaways from that visit. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting me.
Okay, let's start with the comments the president made. I'm sure you followed throughout the weekend. You know what he said about the fact that they will have a better deal, a fairer deal, if they remain within the Nigerian Federation. This is coming from the president. Assurances, fresh one. What's your reaction to that?
Yes, I think I agree with the president to a large extent, but he has to go the whole hog. He has to actualize, he has to walk the talk. There are missing links. Yes, I am for a fully restructured Nigeria. In fact, I prefer to say a restored Nigeria. That's restoring Nigeria to federation, to federalism. That is what I want. And if the president wants the Igbos to really feel, to be, being part and parcel of this country, he has to address certain fundamental problems that have arisen in the polity. One, the marginalization of the Igbos is real. It's constitutional, it's structural, it's policy driven, even in his own administration. Because you can see that the issue of exclusion of the Igbos from the hem of affairs, where it matters most, is most obvious in his administration. You can see a sprinkling of the Igbos in the present administration, a few ministers, right?
No, the constitutionally required number of ministers.
Thank you. You just helped me.
Yeah.
The Constitution imposes that on the president.
And
that
he has fulfilled that.
Beyond that, he hasn't done any other thing else. Well, he is doing something about the second Niger Bridge, but I have a doubt that if the loot which is being deployed to that project, that the project was not put in there as a proviso that it must be executed with that loot, that the president would have done same. If you have been to Anambra State, I think the entire Southeast, as a matter of fact, you will see that obviously the Southeast has the worst federal roads you can find in Nigeria. That's a fact. We have two major federal roads in the Southeast, Onitsha, Enugu, Port Harcourt. Each can take you an hour to ply, right? But try that today. I will bear the burden of you following me. We can do it in 3-5 hours. It will show you that clearly, nothing is really being tangibly done.
But with regards to the roads, there are some other state governments who have used state resources to fix federal roads, and the federal government has said, look, we will refund, and they've refunded. So the initiative is that, the question is, how about the Southeast governors say, look, we will do these roads? Federal government, pay us back.
Enugu, Port Harcourt Road traverses many states, right? It runs from Enugu through Abia, Owerri, up to, that's 4 whole states. So who do you really refund? It has to be federal government that will come into it. It's their job. When Ngige was the governor, he did what you are talking about now. There were refunds and all that. But in fact, the point I'm trying to make is not even, I just used the road as an instance. The issue is that the president made a very fundamental statement that the Igbos would be better off if they stay in Nigeria. But not in this manner. Not in a manner where they are not part and parcel of what the country ought to be. That's the point here. See, look at the 14 key security architecture in the country.
Positions.
Yes, the Southeast, which is supposed to be part of the initial tripod that formed Nigeria, is not any part of it. And you think the Southeast will be comfortable believing that they are carried along? Look at the security situation in the Southeast as we speak. About few months, let's say May, Southeast was the safest part of Nigeria. The safest part of Nigeria, right? But today, Southeast is a home to unknown gunmen. That is insecurity. Today, Monday, WAEC could not be written in many parts of the Southeast. Why? Because unknown gunmen couldn't allow the students to sit. Do you understand that? See, the president has to really walk the talk. Yes, I agree with him. We will be better off. After all, the Igbos remain the... How do I really put this across so that you can get it? In terms of critical stakeholders in Nigeria, the Igbos remain, well, no matter, even an enemy will grant that to the Igbo man, the Igbos remain, the Igbos critical in terms of contributions to unity, contributions to development. However you look at it, even an enemy would grant that the Igbos have contributed the most in terms of keeping the country one.
And the president, made allusion.
And the point, no, that's it. But we haven't gotten anything in return.
The president acknowledged and said, look, very industrial set of people. You will find them all over the country.
We are
doing their businesses, catering for themselves, and making progress. Are those areas the president mentioned with regards to, your entrepreneurial spirit as Igbo people, is that all you think that the Igbos ought to get?
We haven't gotten even 10% of what we have to get, what we deserve to get off Nigeria. That's the point I'm making.
What does Nigeria owe the Igbo people?
They owe us total reintegration. You see, after the war, General Yakubu Gowon, leading the victorious side, said no victor, no vanquished. But that's not true. Igbos were vanquished. The Biafrans were vanquished. And you can see it in the fact that when he was talking about the 3 R's, rehabilitation, read this and read that. Can't remember the other 2 because that's really inconsequential to me. The most important R, reintegration, is missing in the 3 R. So I believe that what they need to do is to reintegrate the Igbos into the polity. And let me tell you, no matter how anybody looks at it, we have moved on since the war. But the rest of the country has not come to terms with the fact that the war is over. Igbos have moved on, and we are found in the remotest part of Nigeria, developing those places. So how come we are not giving our due, our fair share in the polity?
How about how about those who say that your political elite are the ones that should be held responsible?
I agree.
For what maybe befalling the other generation.
I agree. Yes. At the moment, I'm quarreling with the Igbo political elites because they are too cowardly. They haven't been able to come forth to fight for our rights. Leadership is about leading from the front. Look at the quest for Nigeria president of the Southeast extraction. We can't find the Igbo elites, the Igbo political elites, those who should govern Nigeria at this moment in the forefront. They are so beaten back, so browbeaten, so laid back in the process because of their experience in the Nigerian project. They don't need to be laid back any further. Let them understand one fact, that the Igbos have a stake in Nigeria. For me, let me tell you where I stand. I am a Biafran. Oh yes.
We'll get to that discussion.
Well, no, I am. And I don't believe in Biafra as a sovereign entity.
Okay.
I believe Biafra of the spirit. I believe that the Southeast can be the California of Nigeria. Do you know the state of California in the US is the 6th largest economy in the world?
Correct.
We can become economically viable, but you cannot do that under the current 1999 constitution, where all the elements of development are tied up in what you call the exclusive list. If the president wants the Igbos to feel comfortable in Nigeria, let him restore Nigeria to federalism. He can't unilaterally
do that.
He can. I'll tell you. The number one lawmaker in a presidential democracy is the president. He can propose restructuring of Nigeria via amendment, clear, comprehensive alteration of the 1999 constitution. You cannot do that unless the president puts his foot down. That's a challenge I am passing back to the president.
The political elites, they are in the National Assembly.
They are there. How many of them?
Senate,
in the Senate, there are only 15.
Senate, in the House, they are there. These particular set of, members of the elite, do you think they have pulled their weight to do what you're asking?
I don't think.
So why haven't the
perhaps I can single out Abaribe. I can single out somebody like Ekweremadu, maybe one or two others. The rest have not come to the party, as far as I am concerned. Even about to some extent, the rest haven't. We can't find them. Look at the two key voting that took place in the Senate. The electronic transfer of a result.
Yes.
They were not there. Over 10 of them were not there to put their votes down.
They were upset at
the most critical point. That's why should we be happy with that kind of representation? That's a fact. So they haven't pulled their weight. They believe that, well, their vote would just amount to the fulfillment of all righteousness. So be it. Go on and give us that one vote. Let it be a minority vote. History will record that you came to the party when it mattered most, where and when representation mattered most to your people. It's lacking at the moment.
Let's talk about the issues of separation. You have made your point very clear. You're a Biafran in spirit, but you still believe in the Nigerian Federation. The many young men who have, some have taken up arms. The government has said we're prescribing.
I don't know about taking up arms.
Wait. The fact is that there are some who are still fighting with the security agencies. And the security
I'm not aware of that also.
No. You say you're not in the what you.
No. Give me facts. I've been asking. I've been saying, look, if you say IPOB is armed, I want to see the facts. Nobody's the truth.
The leader of IPOB,
yes,
as we speak, is facing those heavy charges.
Well, until he's convicted.
Yes, these are heavy allegations.
The onus of proof remains with the person that alleges.
That's why I'm
not an IPOB spokesperson. I am a Biafran, if not anything, for the geographical location. But I don't want a sovereign state of Biafra if Nigeria can be fully restructured and restored to federalism. But if you don't, even Biafra can come by default. You don't need to fight for it. You don't see, look, what is going on is not working for anybody. Look at what's happening in Zamfara. Look at what's happening in Kebbi. Look at the entire northeast. That is a totally war-torn zone and is spreading to other parts of the country. Benue is heavily hit. It's moving down southeast. It will engulf the country. It may get to a point where the whole polity will unravel and it becomes to your tent, O Israel. So it's not even what I prescribe. But I believe that Nigeria as at today, is still salvageable. And the onus is with the president. Let the president put his foot down. I want President Mohammadu Buhari to buy his thanks and insist that Nigeria must be. And insist on social justice, equity. Give everybody his due. Why are you stopping the Igbos from developing Nigeria? We have the capacity to. I am an Igbo man. We are bringing so much to the table. We have brought so much to the table already. Give us the chance to govern Nigeria. Give us just 4 years, one term. We don't need more than one term. And we will restore Nigeria to greatness. Hold me responsible if that fails.
The advocacy for an Igbo presidency.
Oh yes, yeah. I've been in the forefront of that. Yes, I've been in the forefront of that.
Thank you so much for coming on the program.
The pleasure is always mine. Thank you.
After listening for this very man, you can agree with me that he made some wonderful points. He made some wonderful points, but the only thing I do not agree with him still coming back to talk about a Nigeria that will work. He inside him know that a Nigeria will never work. Thank God he called himself a Biafra. Then he told me Biafra of the mind. Well, I don't blame him. He's trying to be politically correct, trying to safeguard himself. I don't blame him for talking of Biafra. At least he called himself a Biafran in national television. At least he used that word. But we know where he's going. From everything he has said, we know he's just trying to be politically correct. That nothing on the planet Earth that will make Nigeria work. And for Igbo presidency, nothing on the planet Earth that will make an Igbo man to be a president in the contraption called Nigeria. And even if it happens, Nigeria can never change. It will get worse. After all, the governors we have are, who are they? Are they not Igbos? The senators, are they not Igbos? They are still operating based on the Janjaweed constitution, which they are holding so dear to their heart, which they can kill because of. And you are telling me that it's going to be well? All it can never be well. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you do. Thank God for Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU, who has laid a strong foundation, and we are following that foundation that Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU have led to speak up about the plight of the people. The only thing we want is referendum. Let us decide our fate. Referendum. If at the end of the day people decide to be in the contraption, so be it. But without that, nothing is going to work. No one or single individual will come and begin to decide for us who said this and who said that. We want all to make our voice heard. Every single Biafran will cast his or her vote to decide what is going to be his or her fate. That is the situation. Thank God for Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU. He has done a great job and is still doing more, sacrificing a lot for you and I. And today is one of the days you remember Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU for his sacrifice that he has made and still making up to date. Why would you talk down on him? Why won't you pray along with Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU? Why won't you connect with his message? Nobody can stop us. We are unstoppable. Just as Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU is unstoppable because Chuks gave him an assignment and he is pursuing that assignment from beginning to the last without looking back.
Win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2, now Python that's 3. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2, now Python that's 3. Unapoli Mary Nandi bu onyedu aimo. O Mary woni nizu ngiro ya. Abakare Mamanda ora Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2, now Python that's 3. Unapoli Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's 1, Python that's 2, now Python that's 3. Unapoli Mary Nandi.
May Chuks continue to guide and protect Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU. May Chuks continue to strengthen Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU. May Chuks give Assasination MAZI NNAMDI KANU good health. May Chuks give him revelation so that he can continue to lead us into that promised land very, very soon. No man born of a woman will stop us. They will kill us. We will kill them. At the end of the day, Biafra will come. Ududua will emerge. Every indigenous tribe in the contraption called Nigeria will surely be free. Thank you so much for watching and remember blessed. Bye bye. See you again on the next video.